begin with the Leader of the ND Opposition.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Saturday marks the 25th anniversary of the Polytechnique massacre. It's a day that is sadly etched in the memory of our nation, a day when 14 bright engineering students were killed because they were women. Today, along with the NDP caucus, I remember those 14 women and the tragedy of their violent deaths. However, Mr. Speaker, today we also take the opportunity to commit, once again, to taking real action to end violence against women in this province. The White Ribbon Campaign, designed to remind all of the obligation to end violence against women, and designed in particular to remind men of their obligation to end violence against women, is an important campaign. The late Jack Layton, former leader of Canada's NDP, was one of the co-founders of this campaign, and I am proud of that. But women in this province continue to face physical and sexual violence. In fact, as has been mentioned, the Alberta Council of Women's Shelters says that more than 17,000 women were turned away from shelters this year. Today, we also acknowledge the systemic violence towards Indigenous women, 1,200 of whom have been killed or have gone missing over the past 30 years. The Alberta NDP believes that a full public inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women is required to get to the bottom of this systemic violence that women from Indigenous communities continue to face. I have called upon the Premier to join us in this call. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank the Assembly for taking the time to reflect on the anniversary of the Polytechnique massacre, and I'd like to call on all members of the Assembly to take today as an opportunity to commit once again to ending all violence against women. Finally, I'd also like to encourage all members of the Assembly to take the opportunity to reflect on the occasion by viewing the work of Edmonton artist Carla Costuros. Her piece, entitled Mary's Daughters, is currently displayed in the rotunda to mark the anniversary of the massacre at Ecole Polytechnique. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.